for Youth Voice, and also to coordinate and work with youth serving organizations to ensure that we're having a coordinated youth space. Of course, we do that all through research, through collaborations, and all that. So the leadership are young people who do elections from the grassroots to national level. I will do the introduction of our panelists later. I just wanted to give like 5 minutes to our partner, Tinanda, issues of mental health.
I was once there. I was once that age. Yes, I was once young. Yeah. So
Taita County.
that's it. I understand. Can you imagine? Right? The young people, they comes in. Sorry. Majority of they get to the young people are things like black tax from your parents, right? Whereby you are umepata job yako ya kwanza, kununua majukumu ya take care of your younger sister, younger brother, kulipa bills, kila saa unapigiwa simu nitumie pesa ya chakula, and you're just trying to find yourself. So this young person is like, how am I going to divide myself to be who I am, to enjoy my life, to make my hair, to look nice, kwenda happy, kubuy viatu, but still take care of my siblings. Kwa hiyo harakati pia unaweza kuambia umekuwa mzee, tafuta mtu ama uolewe, si ndio? Yeah. Ukishapata mtu mtoto pia uko nayo. Umeenda kupata mtu, umeolewa ama umeoa, uko na mtoi. You need to feed the family. But still, ile demand ya home bado iko. Remember, it's your parent who pushed you somehow to get somebody. Afarakara usizaeke, si ndio? But once that you have this child, again they still expect you to deal with all these kind of things. And in this moment where you are, you don't have a stable job. You don't have something that you can call this is mine. Yes, you graduated, but hakuna kitu. But at the end of the day, you still have to carry this burden of being you, being a daughter, being a son, being a staff, yeah, and also enjoying your life as well. So when these things happen, they start getting drained mentally, and you feel like you need to do something. Most of the time, what do you do? Unaweza kulewa, si ndio? Ni happy kila siku, or you get into things that you never. Fast quick money. Umeingia kwa forex exchange, inakukula kidogo, unaanguka, unaingia kwa ile ingine gani ile kutafuta pesa haraka. Wait gani? Pilot. Unakuwa pilot. Aviator. Aviator nipeleka wase mbio. Aviator. Chapa yako hiyo kidogo kumepata, una risk nayo. Unatumkiza kwa gamble. Chapa inamwaga. Then again you're back there. So what do you do? What do you do? Because at the end of the day, to be honest, you guys, you must take care of yourself first. If you take care of yourself first, then you're called selfish, right? So how are you going to take care of other people if you don't take care of yourself? You'll be judged for taking care of yourself first, right? And so you have to handle these burdens, and when it cannot happen, then you start getting stress. And stress is good and also bad at the same time. When you're stressed, your brain works. What can I do to get out of it, right? But when the demand becomes so many, then it moves from stress to depression. You can't handle it anymore. You can't handle the pressure that is in you. Now you start staying away from people. You start kunywa pombe. You start to, some people, most of the time men, when they are stressful, they become violent, unfortunately. So unamwaga stress kwa demu yako, unamchapa, unamwatanisha hapo, wewe kazi yako ni kusonga mbele. When in women, when you're stressed, we talk about it a lot, or we cry, yeah, or we decenter you away from everything else. And when that happens, again, now there's another conversion whereby there's gender problems, whereby I don't want to get married and I don't want a child. Then the men are like, wait until you reach 30. Ukishafika 30, you'll know why you didn't have a child is bad, yeah. But now ukishafika 30 unaambiwa, ukishafika 40 pia utarizika kwa nini kuolewa. But now umejaribu kuolewa, things did not work well for you. Why? Because there was nobody who took you through growing up and transitioning from being a young adult to becoming somebody who works, to becoming somebody who can be provider. So we have a lot of single mothers who are taking care of their own children alone, while the men are continuing to living children wherever they are going, because there was no that man in your life who told you that stability is important. And because your children are not stable, because you are not stable, it means your children also are not going to be stable, and they're coming into a life that is not stable, and they're going to marry somebody who is not stable, and the system still continue. So what is the convention right now for men outside here? The convention is like, when you leave a seed, be responsible. That's just it. Hata Mungu hakuna shortcut. If you know a child someone will mzalisha, please be responsible to that child. Because if you're not responsible to that child, wewe ndio wa kwanza unasema, oh, single mothers, I can't marry a single mother. Where were you? Where were you? So this child is growing up seeking for your love and your attention. You're not there to give direction. Then when you grow older, unasemanga aje, they're kids, they just come. It's not this generation. In our generation, we will go back. We'll go back to look for our parents. But this generation, and the ones are going to have, the kids are going to have you generation, they will not come back to look for you. Wataenda kama wameendanga. And then toza kulia, oh, my children, wameniacha. Then they're not respectful. Where were you for them to respect you? Men who are here, where were you for those children to respect you? Right? If it doesn't work with the baby mama, because it might not work, but that child is your blood. So in my office at the moment, I am dealing with children who are broken because they don't know where they are. In our place, how many people are Luo here? You're Luos, yeah? In our place, you ask somebody, Ija Kanye or Inya Kanye, you say proudly, Anya Yoma, yeah? But this is a child who's grown up with a single mother, doesn't know where their home is. Do you have an idea how it is hurting those kids? It is hurting them so much. It is hurting those kids so much. So they go and have this conduct disorder in school. Wanachapana, wanabully. They're the ones who are actually now even raping. They're the ones who are like, I don't care what this is all about, because you are not there to hold that child's hand and show them how to become a man. You did not teach them how to love a woman. So they will never love a woman because they don't know how to love a woman. They never saw you loving a woman. Understand? You can live your life the way you want, but remember, as you are moving on with the other women, don't continue living seeds. Don't continue living seeds, because you are living very hurtful seeds that are growing up, that are going to really be people who cannot really hold their mental state together. And they're going to have a lot of, right now they're going to be shooting you people. It's happening in America. Sindio? Sinafanyika. Kids are going to come to school and start shooting people, and that will be your child. Yeah? So whatever is going on right now, it has to stop. And it has to stop with you, this generation. It has to stop with this generation. What we did has been done, and it's gone. Right now, we need to bring up children who are stable mentally. Don't bring up children who have to come and see me for therapy. It is not fair. Okay? Okay, ladies? And even you ladies, please, don't be in a rush to give birth if you're not stable. Look at your home where you came from. And majority of the time, ladies will always marry a person who is like their dad. So if your dad was neglectful, if your dad was abusive, you are most likely to attract the same person. So you have to be very cautious and aware of that kind of a pattern, so that you don't put it back to your children. All right? For men, if your dad was abusive, you are more likely to be abusive like your dad. If your dad was alcoholic, you are most likely to be an alcoholic like your father. All right? So you need to learn this thing. You need to learn the patterns from your home so that you do not end up like that. And if you're marrying a woman also, get to understand where they're coming from. Get the background of that woman. How were they brought up? If you're marrying a man, find out how was this man brought up? What are the systems in their home? Was it even stable? If it is not stable, you might want to go for therapy first before If you marry an unstable person, be sure that your children are also going to be in an unstable household, and we do not want that. We have to stop it. All right? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carol. A topic, but I just want to ask one question to two of you. If you are to write a story or a book about that talk, what will be the title? Sorry? Any volunteer? Yes? What? Choose yourself. Yes? Young parenting. Any other? The lost child. I thought someone will talk about the scenes. That's Carlo. I think it's inspiring. I think we can have a one-on-one conversation with her. She is one of our partners. That is Tinanda. So I need to first recognize the partners within ourselves. We have KYMCA, CRAP for them. We have OAY, Organization of African Youth. We have Danish Southern Board, or Danida, who are key partners. We have Safaricom and our friends. So we have Ajira for the young people who are here and maybe they would like to engage in digital space so that they can earn from that. And also we have young people from at least the ones that I'm sure at least 10 counties that have been sponsored by the National Youth Council. So clap for them, or clap for yourself. Having said that, just to bring to the attention of the panelists and also the team that is here, that we are covering the 47 counties because of whatever we are doing here. Don't look at the numbers per se that are here, but let's focus noting that we are live in National Youth Council TV and also I think other social media for National Youth Council. So the message will be round and clear. Now join me in introducing my panelists. I'll be introducing them and asking them maybe to do a proper introduction in terms of who they are, what they do. Then we can venture into a few questions. From there, I'll give you a few minutes for question and answer, and then we'll balance between that until maybe we are all enlightened, until we all gain something from this sitting. So I think on the far left, we have Arias. Arias is a young person who is aspiring to be a leader, but I want him to say more about that and also his other interests. So Arias, maybe it's your chance.
Thank you. Hi everyone, hope you're good. You look energetic. So my name's Elias Misiko. As they said, I'm aspiring to be a leader. Actually, I'm a leader. I currently work with Safaricom as a partner, and we focus on Safaricom Hook, which is a youth segment that helps to give opportunities, or rather to hook the Gen Z, who are the youths below 24 years, with opportunities in career, tech, and culture. But at personal level, after seeing how the leadership of this country is moving, the direction of the leadership of this country, the characters, and how the behaviors of the leaders of our country, I also felt that now we have the space as the young people to get into this political position and lead as we want to lead, because I feel like many of these leaders don't understand where we come from. They don't understand what we need as the young people of this country, and they really don't get it right from us. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Arias. Arias, I think I said he is aspiring to be a leader, but I meant to venture into political elected positions or leadership. Yeah. So at the middle, we have Cynthia. Maybe you can introduce yourself from Danish.
Hi everyone. My name is Cynthia. I sit at the Royal Danish Embassy Youth Sounding Board. My thematic area is governance and gender. I'm a social worker, and I champion for accessible and affordable mental health and sexual and reproductive health services.
Thank you. Finally, we have Mheshimiwa Patricia. Maybe you can say hi and introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. My name is Patricia Mwashigadi. I am a nominated MCA from Taita Taveta County. I'm the county coordinator for the Kenya Young Members of County Assembly. I am also the youth chairperson of ODM party in my county, and also the chairperson county elections committee for the ODM party. I'm a mother and I'm also a wife. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think before I go back to areas, I think I did not introduce our other partner, ZMCC, Zero Malaria. I think they are in the room. I've seen thank you. They are a great partner. They deal with the malaria, the elimination of malaria, the involvement of young people. So areas.
Yes.
You want to venture into political space.
Yes.
I don't know whether it's your first time, but I don't know your expectations and what you think as a young person we would like to see being changed. The topic for today, of course, for this sitting, it's youth in leadership, inclusive governance and partnership for social justice, in also, of course, looking at development within that space. So areas as a young person, I don't know your inspirations in terms of what you would like to, you are aspiring to see. What has made you to think that you need to be in that space?
Sure. I'll start by saying that politics is a key structure of the country, and the way people have seen politics, it should not be seen like that. When we are growing up, we believe that politics is something very expensive. We believe that politics is something given to the people. But politics is about leadership. It's a process of becoming a leader. And a leader is someone that people are looking at in terms of changing lives, touching their lives, and making things work for them. Under that position given by the people who elect you. So when young people get to see politics, they feel like, why should I get into politics? The way our structure of politics in this country looks like, it looks like a structure of corruption. It looks like a structure of power, you understand? But for us young people, we don't see politics as a structure of power. We don't see politics as a structure of money. We see politics as a structure of leadership. And what is leadership? Leadership is understanding the people that you are governing. Make sure that they're getting the right thing that belongs to them rightfully, and make sure that you understand exactly what they want. So for me, joining into politics is just to make sure that can we change the narrative? Can we make people understand the role of politics in the country? Can we just change the way people are seeing politics? Yeah, and that's what drives me into politics, yeah.
Thank you. I want to jump Cynthia so that we continue with that topic. Mheshimiwa, you are already in. So maybe you can just share a bit about your story in politics, and also being a lady and maybe the culture, whether you think both the gender, if I'm right, that is the men and women, whether the space is equal or whether there are some specific challenges, and also maybe you can inspire the young people who want to venture into that, including my friend here, Elias.
Thank you, moderator. First and foremost, I would like to say that being a politician, it's like a calling. It's a calling. First, you must be passionate about serving the community. And I would like to say this boldly, that not all politicians are leaders. And not all leaders are politicians. So when I was young, I really wanted to become a politician or a lawyer. And after I did my Form 4, that was the time when ODM were going for grassroots election. So at first I was just recruited to help in registration of the members. I didn't even have an ID card. Then after that, my interest in the party grew. And not because of Raila Amolo Odinga, but because of the party ideologies, because I was really reading a lot. And when I saw the ideologies of the ODM party, that's when I decided I want to join this party. So I joined as the member of the ODM. And after some time, there were elections again, and I ran for the ODM youth chair of a constituency, and I won. So since then, I walked the journey with the party. Actually, my political journey was through the party structures. I got to understand what ODM is, how do I get into leadership at the party level, and also vied for the county chair of the youth league, and I won. So I've been in the ODM party for quite some time, for 10 years, and very active, not just joining the party. If you truly want to become a politician, for your dreams to be valid, you need also to work hard. You need to understand the structures of your party. You need to know what you want to get from the party, and what constituents do you want to serve. Like for me, I knew I want to serve the youth nation because I'm a young person. Because you need candidates nation. I went to Kwale, I came to Kakamega, I went to Mombasa. I campaigned for almost all the candidates of ODM. And when a nomination list came, I was among those who were nominated. So that's my political journey. But for me, it is not only the political aspect, because I was also into good governance, that is an administration level. I happen to be anti-FGM, a chairperson of the county, Taita Taveta County, and this really needs you to be noticed or to be known by the provincial administration before. Now we're called Ngao, if I'm not mistaken. So you need to be an all-round youth. Do not have just one niche for you to succeed in what you want. You must be able to know that as a youth, I need to be political correct, I need to be socially correct, I need to be in all those spaces that you feel that as a young person, I may not be able to go to that place. And when you say that female and male young people do not have the same platform for them to succeed, it's correct. Because I remember when I was traversing the entire nation, people were saying, how can this girl go to Kwale? Like, I come from Taita Taveta. Why do you go to Kwale campaign for a candidate you do not know? Why do you have to go to Kakamega? You see, so it was like a woman should not be able to campaign for the party, or should not be able to do campaigns, to venture into politics, because you're a woman. You're expected to be at home, expected to cook, expected to dress in accordance to what the society thinks. They believe that when a young person, especially a woman, now when you are a young person, you are disadvantaged twice. Because one, you are a woman. Secondly, you are a young person. So definitely they will look down upon you. Like, you are a woman, you are supposed to be at home looking after your kids and cooking for your husband. And also you are a young person, you are not mature enough to tell us who's the best candidate for us to vote. So it really had a lot of challenges, but what I can say is this: if you are determined, you know this is what I want to do, go out, speak up. When you are given an opportunity to go to a room like this, we have come here for a meeting, make sure that your presence is felt, your presence is recognized. Speak. If you ask a question, if you speak, people will notice you. You will say, that girl asked a question. That is how you build confidence. And that's how you create your own platform. You'll not wait for anybody. I didn't have anyone to come and tell me you have to go to this, you have to join politics, or you have to do this and this and this. It was inborn. It was in me. I say that I want to become a politician. I want to help my community. I want to help I don't like what people say that I do not have a platform, or if you are not given a table, I don't know, you have to do what? Create your own table. Create your own platform. If you are not invited, invite yourself. Go to that place that you think that you cannot venture into it. And most people, most of the young people really want to get into politics, but are fearful. Like, they feel like the party is not welcoming to young people. You'll find even in party party primaries, you'll find that a young person will be told to step down for an older person to be given the party ticket so that to run for a certain position. So if we are in the system, if you're going to be in that decision-making table, you'll not be shortchanged, you'll not be outsmarted. So if you really want us to get it right, even though my friend here is saying, Elias, you want to join politics. Politics is a murky business. You need first to know what political party you want to come run with. Make sure you are in that system. You can only beat the system when you are inside the system. But when you are outside, it's very hard for you to beat it. So make sure that in any political party that you really want to vie with, make sure you know the structures very well, so that you will not be shortchanged. I've seen candidates crying. They think that they have won actually, but they're not given those certificates to go run. They disappear, go to independent. So we really need to get it right from the onset, because you cannot fight someone you know nothing about. You have to fight from inside. I think that's what I have to say for now.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. I think it's really inspiring. Confidence, create your own table. It will not just come because you are sitting there. Ask questions, engage, and so forth. Thank you. I will come back to you. Cynthia, as a young person and as an advisor, maybe you can share with the young people how you became a member of the Southern Board, but more so the opportunities that are related to you as a young person when you are given those that table to make decisions. Because as young people, we have always been fighting for opportunities or to be on the table where decisions are made. So maybe you can also confirm whether where you are, whether your decisions are being listened to and implemented. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you for that question. One, me being here is one opportunity. So one of the opportunities that you get when you sit on a board is you're taken to relevant spaces that you're supposed to be in, or relevant voices. I sit in the governance and gender. That's why I'm in a devolution conference. If you sit in a climate conversation or thematic area, you get to sit at a conversation like that. And through our thematic areas, other opportunities that exist are courses in partnership with the Danish Embassy. You can check their courses out on their website. You can check Danida Fellowship Center. They have new courses and anyone can apply, and they are open to Kenyans. Please apply. Other ways that they listen to our voices are anytime we have a sitting, whatever you say is just not said and never implemented, or whatever you say and whatever time you use your voice, it's never just you came, we saw you, and it ends there. It's you came, you gave out your voice, and you see it being implemented, or you even follow it through with the implementation. We were part of a course in June. We went to Denmark and we started learning on acceleration and implementation of SDGs, and we have an action program. If you want to be part of it, please reach out. So after the course, you come back to Kenya and then you implement your action plan with no interference, so your voice is still heard. So you get to design your own program, you get to implement it, and then you get to present it to the embassy together with the Kenyan team.
Thank you. I think Cynthia, being a young person, it's really inspiring to be seated where you are, and also to be given that opportunity to give the views of young people to a very serious embassy and other stakeholders. So it's inspiring, and I don't think you should also be thinking. I know you are in different spaces, but part of the reasons of this sitting is also to inspire you and to guide you on how you can be also part of it. Young people capable. Back to you, Elias.
Yeah.
As a young aspiring member of County Assembly, I don't know whether you have ever sat and thought of the current young leaders vis-a-vis those who are not youth in terms of performance. Is there something that inspires you? Do you think if you have more young people in those assemblies, in National Assembly or County Assembly, or even at the county level in terms of governorship and senator level.
Yeah.
Do you think already the young members of county assembly or other levels are making an impact? Because I wouldn't want to make an assumption, but I tend to think there is something that has made you really feel, or there is that mentor or someone that you think mentors you or inspires you in terms of leadership. So from your perspective, how do you evaluate the performance of young people in championing young people's issues and interests?
Yeah, that's a nice question. As a matter of fact, we can say that leadership is a role, it's a responsibility, and any responsibility needs an energy. Is it true? So if we are going to elect people who don't have energy or don't have the synergy to work for the people who elected them, probably this is where some of us are going wrong. We give example of young leaders who have done extremely well, visible responsibilities, visible things that we can say a certain leader has done. Let's give an example of a member of parliament of this is Babu Owino. You can see this guy is really delivering to the people. So should we say that young leaders are working? We have people like Peter Salasia. These are people who have really done good as per now. These are the people who are speaking with fact. And I feel that we young people, we really understand where we come from. Probably should it be the reason why when we get to these positions, we really try to transform. If you may ask any young person, wherever he is, he'll tell you, me, I grew up in a very humble background. And whatever I want is to change our home. Some of us grew in muddy houses, where we used maybe cow dungs to smear our houses. And you dreamed that one day, can our house also have a tile? So that mentality can go abroad and think of it at a county level. That person who is still living in a grass house, that person who still lives in a house full of he can't even sleep because of rain, he doesn't have good iron sheets. Some of people come from we were being chased in school. So you think like, can I change this narrative of other people who are behind me being chased out of school because of school fees, because of they can't afford to go to that school? So that is the thing that we young people think about. And our focus as young people is to see things working on a different way. We are in a technology country where tech is taking role. Can our people access that technology? So this, we are not saying the old people don't understand it. What we are saying is that the old people still take us to the ancient way of doing leadership. Probably there are some barriers that has been set. You go to Western region, and when you want to vie for position, they ask you, are you married? Do you have a house? So these are the barriers that we young people should now break. Because being married does not guarantee you a good leadership skill.
True.
Having a house does not guarantee you a good leadership skill. But now you see our old people, our parents, are still on that direction. And probably that's where we elect bad leadership. So for me, I feel like young people given an opportunity, considering that they have vision, they have plans, and they have a future to build, is the right time for them. And that's why I always tell the young people that these people have been always telling us that we are the leaders of tomorrow. So when will tomorrow come? Tomorrow is now. Because what we have seen is a lot. Not access to school, no access to good water, no access to fair treatment, no access to good health. And we know that it's our right, it's our constitutional rights. So every time you see we young people making noise, we are making noise because we really know that this is our constitutional rights. You go and ask your grandmother, do you know that you're supposed to be given clean water? And it's like, by who? It's the responsibility of the government to ensure that we have clean water. You go and ask your mom, do you know that you're supposed to get proper treatment? And it's like, by who? And you're telling that it's the responsibility of the government to ensure that you're getting good health. So it's a matter of we young people now educating other people because we are informed. Being in a tech world, being in a tech country, we are informed. And that's why many of the people are getting it difficult to understand where we are coming from. Yeah.
Thank you. Maybe to the audience, are we leaders of tomorrow or we are leaders of today? So tomorrow imefika. Someone, we had a discussion yesterday, and actually that was part of it. That when you are born, you are being told that we are leaders of tomorrow. So tomorrow imefika. Sidio? Asante sana kiongozi. Cynthia, maybe back to you. Of course, if you look at the theme of Devolution Conference of 2025, it talks more on inclusion, equality, and social justice. And maybe my question will be in terms of your experience, especially when it comes to partnership and collaborations within your current roles as a member of the Danish Youth Saudi Board. So what role can multi-sector partnership play in reducing socio-economic inequalities, fostering social justice in terms of course, the collaborations that maybe we have been having for you to deliver and all that. So what can you say about partnership and collaborations in terms of reducing inequalities and ensuring that there is social justice within the space?
And I'll highlight what he said. Article 43, as youths or the community, we have sometimes policies in these countries exist, and there's a gap between policy and implementation. There's a gap between us understanding policy, knowing what a policy is and how this looks like, and even us knowing we should be knowing the policies. So we are not even holding leaders accountable, or leaders are not able to hear our voice because there's a disconnect a bit in the middle. And to your question, inclusion, partnership, and how that looks like. Partnership does not only look like face. Again, partnering with youth does not look like facial partnership. It's just your face was seen at the conversation, your face was seen at the meeting, and it ended there. It means following through with the same face. Like her, I like her story because she went in she only wanted one seat. She wanted to be an MCA. Not whatever need you think you're supposed to be solving. So for us, it's more of the way we partnered with SDGs is they are not telling us what to do, they are giving us an opportunity to learn on how to accelerate them and implement them, but they're letting us do the implementation ourselves, do the pitching ourselves, and partnering with other stakeholders. So their work is just a bridge between you and your government and the money. So they'll fund the conversation, they'll fund the actions, but they won't really tell you what to do. So partnership for me looks like allowing people to do their rightful request without you taking charge just because you're either the gatekeeper or stakeholder of the money. So partnership for me looks like allowing people to just do what they think is their problem or what they think their specific need looks like.
Great. Now to the audience, maybe a quick question. Which SDGs covers partnership? Sorry? Any volunteer?
17. Yeah.
17.
Yeah.
Because of course we are talking about Vision 2030 and so forth. Sidio? Summit of the future, of course, in terms of leaving no one behind. So, Mheshimiwa, maybe a question before I go to the audience, specifically related to KYMCA, which I understand you are coordinator of your region. And I'm looking at it in terms of being a set a coalition or being membership in terms of being young members of county assembly. So my question will be, what do you do to champion inclusive legislations and effective oversight that addresses the needs of marginalized groups, more so on youth? And now that your fellow panelist has talked about policies, maybe if you would like to comment in terms of like Tataveta youth policy, if it's there, or what you are doing about it, I will appreciate.
First and foremost, KYMCA is an organization that brings on board all Kenya young members of county assemblies, that is 35 years and below. And we are so many of us, and in every county we have a coordinator. So we have 47 coordinators, and then we have the NEC, the executive. and different political parties. It does not matter which political party you are in, as long as you are the Youth Nation, you are part of the KYMCA and you are a young person. And the KYMCA has really helped in partnering with other organizations to help the MCAs or the MCAs in different counties to formulate policies that are championing for the youth agenda. For example, in the county, I have two bills. Actually, I have one which was passed by the governor. It's a youth empowerment bill. That is one. And now I'm doing a youth service bill. We are going to have the first reading of it next week. We'll call for a special sitting because we are on recess. And in this bill, the KYMCA, in partnership with the Tax for Youth, Youth for Tax Justice Movement Network, this is a bill that is going to, it's like a replica of what we have at the national level, the NYS. So I'm going to cascade the NYS from the national to the county level. So we'll be having these officers, servicemen, that they will be, some of them will be volunteering and some will be absorbed by the county government so that they get some stipend at the end of the month. So this is one of the empowerment. And I also have another policy that is still at the first stages. I was doing data, youth data and mismatch of skills policy. You find that most of the youth have really gone to school, have papers, but what they gained from the universities, from the college, from the technical institute is not what they are doing at the moment. So trying to hook them up with business world, with the outside world, where they can get employed, where they can get self-employed, and such kind of things. And now we have, the government has come up with a program that these skilled youth are being exported to different countries. So that is going to help a great deal because now we'll be having like an MOU with the State Department for Labor and any other state department that is related to such a matter regarding to that policy. So actually, young people, I will not say other counties, but because I've seen and we are in a WhatsApp group for the KYMCA, since the participation of young people in the county assemblies, let me speak at the county assemblies, you'll find that even the members that we are serving with them at the county assembly, who are young, are quick to think, they can grasp information, they can try to scrutinize the budget. They'll say, no, this is not gender sensitive, this is gender bias. They can bring in their ideas compared to those that are, I will not say old, but to those that we call them our fathers and our mothers. So I think more youths to be elected into these positions, especially the MCA, the MPs, where laws are being made, is going to be a big boost to this nation because you bring on board great minds, sharp minds, people who are sober, people who can reason, people who have the know-how of how the world is going on. What happened in 30 years ago is not what is happening today. Now we have the Gen Zs. These are people who are tech savvy. These are people who their priorities are not the priorities of a youth that was 30 years ago. So I think the citizenry should understand that we need to change with time. And when Silas said that, and I like to quote him, that young people are more vibrant, like what you can see with Kina Babu Owino, with Kina Peter Salas, you can see with our own John Bwire Interveta. These are young people who have really worked for the last 3 years that have been elected into the assembly, National Assembly. You can see something, you can feel something that they have done for the communities. So I think the society should embrace young people into leadership, and not only into politics, but in all spheres of life. In any organization, young people are supposed to be leaders in those organizations. You should not look only that it's politics that you need to be a leader you want to become an MC, an MP. You can be a leader, you can be a CEO of a corporation. You can be a board member of a parastatal. That is leadership. Yeah? You can be an assistant county commissioner. That is leadership. So I think also we as young people need to understand that leadership is not all about power and governing people. If you think that leadership is about power, that is controlling. It's not leading. When you are leading, you don't need to use your power for people to show you. If for people to honor you or for people to try and follow you. People will follow you because you've shown them leadership. They can really count on you. And leadership comes with responsibilities. Are you able to own the mistakes that you have done? The mistake of the people you are leading. Like for example, I chair the Youth and Sports Committee in my assembly. If something goes wrong in the Department of Youth Affairs, am I able to own up those mistakes? Like, yes, this is a mistake that was done. I take full responsibility, and going forward, I'm going to rectify this. Not every politician is able to do that. They'll start blaming. No, you should ask the CCO, you should ask the Waziri, you should ask I don't know who and who. So we need to own up, we need to be very responsible. And young people so far have done so well, and especially in formulating policies that are youth-friendly, that are going to champion for the youth agenda, to empower youth financially, socially, and even holistically, because we need to have a youth who is all round. Somebody who is empowered financially, somebody who is empowered socially, economically, and all other aspects. So that tomorrow, when I go out, when maybe I'll no longer be an MCA, I'll say, during my tenure, I was able to have this bill. I was able to have this act. I was able to champion for this agenda of the young person. 1 year after I got nominated in the assembly, I used to have sleepless nights. I used to be, when I was outside, I used to say, yule mheshimiwa hakuna kitu anafanya, sijui nini, hata haizi kuchampion agenda zetu. Now I am inside. The youth are going to judge me because you are one of our own. You know what we go through. You know what is supposed to be implemented to be forming the policies, because I'm a lawmaker. What have you done to help us? Yeah? The budget-wise, what is the budget of the youth department? How much has been set aside for the young person? And any other budgets that have been set aside, like the health department, the education budget, where the youths are touched also directly. How much money has been set aside for that? Is this budget friendly for the youth? Yes, yeah. Agriculture, is it friendly for the youth? How many programs in agriculture have they targeted the youth? Environment, how much has been set aside for the young people to champion climate change? Sindio? Yeah, so these are the things that if a young person is there, will be able to notice. But if he's there in that position, like the chairperson of the Youth and Sports Committee, he or she will not think about it. Yeah, because haelewi, hajui. So it is very essential for like these committees in the assemblies to be given to the right people. Because you cannot tell me this shoe is pinching me and you have not worn it. You cannot say omena is bitter and you have never tasted it. You must be one of that person, one of them, for you to rule them, right? Or to lead them. Yeah, so I think that's my take.
Thank you, Honorable Patricia. Before coming to you, as we try to wind out, maybe I'll ask for 3 or so questions from the audience. If possible, you can direct the question directly to the panelists that you like to answer. If it's open, then one of the panelists can choose to answer. Anyone with a question? By show of hands. Yes? Yes. You can mention your name, where you come from, then you can proceed with the question.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Dennis Obia. I'm from Meru County. Now, my question is directed to Mr. Niles. Now, having in mind about the electoral process that we have in the country now, there are some conflicts that it is not free and fair. And you, coming from a tech company, having a tech background, what are you planning to do once you acquire that seat to change the systems? We are seeing, we as Gen Zs, we are tech savvy also, and we are seeing other countries developing blockchain-based election systems that cannot be manipulated. Is it possible to implement it here in Kenya? And what does it take for it to be implemented to change the whole system which is compromised?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dennis. Another question? Yes.
Yes,
Maybe you can be loud.
my first question and it will be, you're saying that we give the responsibilities to the rights, the people with the rights, yao kama ni youth, the youth wenye wanarelate. So, sababu ni mimi kama mheshimiwa labda kupitisha ndio si vile tunasema hivi ifanyike, yani isikuwe tunasema tunatoa kama hizi kwa products kwa mali zinafaa kuwa initiated ama initialized haifanyiki. So labda mnachukua initiatives gani kuhakikisha hiyo inafanyika? Another one ni
Okay, just a minute. You found the question? Proceed. But I've been struggling, but Mheshimiwa amesikia, so I'll be a bit louder.
okay. Another one is to my brother, aspiring. As because now we are in a new era where we feel like we need to have more representation. So what is a strategy to get power? Because Madam also saying that you have to, if you have to change anything, you have to change it from inside. So the problem is how to get inside. We might have the numbers, but we don't know how to get inside. So what is your plan? Like, are you getting into a political party? Just run independently? What's your plan? Like, so that you can manipulate some of us, like also go there and the idea of the panelists also can help advise what is the best route to take so that we can go inside and try to change things.
Thank you from Busia, Arnold. Final question maybe from a lady. Lazima to ensure there is a thumb through is observed. Any question from
to present.
just a minute? Any lady that has a question? Napeana hiyo nafasi. Yes. You are representing the ladies.
Yes, I'm my name is Harrison Kamwana. I'm from Taita Taveta County, and I'm glad to be part of this discussion. My question is to my brother, he's aspiring to become a member of County Assembly. How are you prepared to combat discrimination in political parties? I write for a member of parliament, a member of County Assembly back in 2017. But the discrimination in some of the parties, because as for me, I wasn't beaten genuinely. at the party primaries, I was framed by a party official in favor of another party candidate who didn't want me to be on the ballot box because he was sure that if I was go for the main election, I was to get that seat. So how are you prepared? Because there is a lot of discrimination in parties. Are you planning to buy as an independent? Or what are your strategies on that?
Thank you. Maybe a final question from the back.
Good afternoon. I have two questions, quick ones. The sounding board. How are we working with the young people to help them to prepare for the board politics? Because we have so many sounding boards and maybe young people are not aware about them. One, in terms of making them aware, and two, if we can use the experience that we've had to ensure that other young people get to understand how to get to that level. And maybe to all the panelists, how do you then work with National Youth Council, which was brought in as a coordinating platform to ensure that the young people who are not able to get into such rooms, we can be able to work together and ensure that they also access the machinery where they are. They can be able to access some of this information, and also we can create awareness to them about what is happening in different fields.
Thank you. I think because of fairness, now that the ladies have decided not to ask questions, allow me to give the opportunity to our great ladies here to start answering the question, starting with my friend, Mheshimiwa Patricia.
Okay. You had asked what am I doing, or what are we young people in leadership doing in order to make sure that those dockets or those seats that literally touching directly the youth are reserved for the youth leaders. I would say at the county level, personally, I did a motion in Bunge, in my county assembly. I wish I could come with the Hansard report that at the youth department itself, those who are being employed, they were youth. Since I joined the government in 2022. Secondly, I am the chairperson Youth and Sports Committee, and my committee, 70% are young people. Most of them are below 40 years because you cannot find 35 years and below. And our CCO is also a youth. Yeah. Our CECM is youthful, but is not a youth. And at the national level, I think there must be affirmative action. Maybe the president, we should take this up to the president, to the presidency, that when he is appointing his waziris, he should give this docket to a young person. We are grateful that we have a PS who is a young person. That is okay. But we really need also to have the youth cabinet secretary to be a youth. Another thing also, the committee at the assembly that deals with the youth and sports, youth affairs, sports, culture, and so forth, it should be reserved for the young members of the National Assembly. Yeah, I think that's the only way we are going to get it right. And also the president should give out a directive that even in boards, yeah, there should be a representation of a young person in those boards. In any appointing authority, any appointee that he is going to make, they must be a youth. Okay? Yeah, I think that's what I can say. And also I would like to say that we need mentors. Elias, was it Elias who was talking about mentors? Yes.
Hi, Josh.
Yes. Yes. Sawa.
Sorry for that. Then we assume they are young people. We will get something in the pocket. You are done?
No. As I was saying, I think it's very essential for young people to have mentors. You have to notice whom do you think resonates well with your ideologies, with someone you look up to. Like, I would really love to be like Rebecca Miano, or I really would like to be like Millie Odhiambo. You know, those people that you see yourself in them. You know, before you identify a mentor, you must have seen traits that interest you in that person. Like for me, I've had mentors. One of my mentors is the governor of Taita Taveta, Andrew Madime. He mentored me when I was very young until today. He's been there with me, helping me to journey this political life. And I've also had one of my mentors, that is Millie Mabona, the MP of this county. Yeah, he comes from this county. So he's someone that I've been seeing on television, like how she speaks in parliament, how she's confident, how she's authoritative, you see. So I used to say that I would really love to be like that woman. So you must be having mentors. Mentors can be even a person in your community. How his or her leadership skills, yeah, interest you. I think it's very important because a mentor will be like your guidebook. Yeah, and I always say that mentors are also not God. There's sometimes they fault, but you pick those that are very beneficial to you, and you leave the rest that are not good for you. I think that's what I can say for now.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Cynthia, it's a question that was directed to you.
Yeah, I'll say part of knowing where things are is you also, so there's collective and personal responsibility where we try to know where policies are. So my trick, or how I got there, because the question was how I got here, was I knew policies that existed in my passion area, which is mental health and gender, and as a social worker, I connected those things and started doing projects on my own. So when I started doing projects on my own, I looked for fellowships that existed through those projects. And that's how I stumbled upon one of the fellowships that made me meet the Danish embassy. And then from there, I got to apply to opportunities in the Danish embassy. So she said, there's no table, create your own, and say, follow your passions, follow your pursuits, be shameless in saying what you do, and be shameless in sharing your voice. It doesn't really have to be either the trendsetters who are up there or the politician so that you feel like you're doing change. If you're passionate about an issue, follow it through. It doesn't even need for you to sit somewhere so that it makes sense. Something makes sense to you. If you're passionate about it and you want to do it just because you want to do it. Because if you do something with an end goal of I'll get to sit here, I'll be a politician, I'll get this opportunity, sometimes it gets tiresome, sometimes you fall out of the passion project. Sometimes also there's no funds when you're doing such work. If you're doing something for passion or you're doing something because you want to advocate for it, it's usually not the easiest of things because one, hakuna funding. Two, you're doing it because you saw a need and you went for the need. Again, localize your passion and connect it with the needs of your own community. Like he said, he wanted to change home, and that's why he ran. So I'd say he's linking his passion to something again that will benefit him at the end of the day. So I linked my passion, which was mental health, and started championing for sexual reproductive health and menstrual health in primary schools from Machakos, where I come from. And after that, I realized there was also a gap in the digital space, so I moved to sharing conversations and content in Sheng. Yenye ningekuwa natumia in this panel, but again, didn't get the chance. For inclusion purposes, tukashinda tumetumia Kizungu. So, in short or in one sentence, do what you like and do what you love, and ensure the passion also does not, haiku, it does not tire you. It's something you're doing because you want to do it and it serves your community, but you also don't lose yourself in the journey. And if you lose yourself, it's still fine. You'll still go back into such spaces. The other trick she says is voice your opinions. If you go in a room like this and the moderator asks, do you have a question? Please ask those questions. That's where people will see you. The other trick is sometimes you see someone like her and she'll come with another counterpart. 20 people will go to her because she said she's an MCA. But the other person, to say someone in her office, she's less likely to remember you. Honestly, she's less likely. Talk to the other person. Ungano mtu one, mnatoshana. Two, you share common interest and that other person will be likely to remember you and tell you, oh, so kuna opportunity NYC, unaweza iangalia. Where to get such opportunities? I have used the digital space to get opportunities. I have used Instagram, I have used Twitter, I have used what other place? Again, my peers and connect. Also apply to volunteer in most spaces. How I got here was volunteering. I've volunteered for over 5 years in different capacities. Be willing to say yes to opportunities.
Great. Do what you like. Do what you like. What else? Adore that. Maybe a question. Do you have a mentor?
Well, I have a problem with that because kuna kwangana a bit of a thin line between you're mentoring me, but I want to humanize you. The trick I use is no one knows they're my mentors, but some of them are. So I'll go look at your journey, follow, pick whatever I wanted from you, and not really attach that to you. I think mentor wangu ni it's a parasocial relationship with them, because I look at, let's say, if Mashigadi is someone who mentors me, let's say in her advocating for youth and sports or youth in their space, what I'll do is, so I'll go look, oh, Mashigadi was in the Devolution conference, okay, which tent was she in? This one. I'll go see what she did, what she said, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what I can collect. And write just down notes and see what can I adopt from there to come to my end. Sometimes I'll just ask a question, but the relationship for me, I'd say, I have struggles with saying that's really my mentor. I want to humanize people. Na pia staki kukua na relationship where it's either dependent on this said person, or it feels like, oh, if this person is blacked out of my journey, there's nothing in my journey. It's good to ask questions. I'll ask the questions to relevant parties, but there won't be a relationship of a mentor-mentee yet. I won't say never, I'll just say yet.
But there are those that you admire some of the skills or leadership.
I will say I will admire a one-liner. Like I admire Eliud Kipchoge's tenacity. I will say I applaud Wangari Maathai, because she really followed her passion to the core, like her and her passion. You want to forget her, but she's still here. You want to talk about climate, she's still here. When we have conversations on climate, she's still mentioned in the journey. So I look at people like that. I look at my parents. So also mentorship doesn't have to look like a celebrity or a political party. A celebrity is even the children I serve sometimes will ensure I see. So I look at mentorship as what is it I can learn from you and I can take away from you. And if chance is given, I'll always ask a question if need be, but rarely.
Great. I think a great perspective in terms of mentorship, but all the same, there are those things that you pick from maybe different parties that maybe you can implement, having learned from or having admired from the other party. Yeah,
so let's say I have people I admire. Mentorship is a bit different.
Eliud Kipchoge, I think he's a zero malaria ambassador. I've seen his photo outside there. Mheshimiwa, allow me to call you Mheshimiwa now, because I think your presentation shows that you have what it costs for that. Maybe you can give answers to the questions that were brought to you.
Question number one was about tech. Tech is a tool, is a power, it's an imagination. It all started like an imagination. How did you get a bulb? You see? So from where I'm seated, always imagine, like, we all know that our systems, some of them are not working for us. And that's why we are not feeling like we are getting fair or equal treatment from the systems. One of them being fair elections. All along, when we are growing up to now, we still believe that we don't have fair systems in terms of election when it comes to our country, which probably is true, or probably it may not be true. But this is the point. Imagine yourself after 2027, you're voting, and now you can see your real vote counting on your phone. How will it look like? Like the day ends, and now you are able to tell who is the president, who is the MCA, who is the governor, and who is the MP. That's my vision. But remember, we can't do these things when we are not in those positions. That's why we are saying it's time that we go to those positions and now implement what we know is right. My imagination may not be someone's imaginations. And maybe as my colleague said here, that the way we think is not the way they think. We are not saying they don't think properly. We are saying that they are not fast in thinking. You see? That's why the other day I was with some young people and they were saying, this time tukipiga kura tutapiga picha. So if they lie, we will share the photos. We'll create a group and share the photos and say, this is what we elected. So tech is something that you can think of it, which can imagine, and it changes every day. But as I speak for now, everyone has a tool of technology. You have your phone. That's the first technology that you can acquire. That's the first technology that you have. Yeah. My second question was about political parties. This is something that has really dragged many people behind. One thing I want to tell you people that political party is there to support you to get the position, but it will not elect you unless it nominates you. So for me, you really don't need that political party. No. Is it the political party that will elect me? The political party may have a member of 100 people. You don't need 100 votes to be elected as an MCA. You don't need 100 votes to be elected as the governor. You need numbers. How do you get numbers? Go to people. Probably I take you back to where I started from. We went to streets. We only demanded for very simple things. Accountability. Is it true? We did not get that. Instead, we received full force of brutality, murders, and everything. So I felt like, why are we fighting with the system? Why are we on the streets? If we feel they have failed, now let's go for the positions. And that is what now drives me now. I went back home and told my people. Actually, the first person I called was my pastor. Pastor, you know what? When I was growing up, I wanted to be a pastor. But I feel like I don't want to be a pastor. I want to be a politician. And he's like, boss, are you sure of it? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure of it. The other day we were in streets, my friends were killed. I was in that Mandamano where Rex was killed. Just the opposite. It was sad, it was bad. So I was like, I want to get into politics. Because I feel what we are fighting for, we can't fight it when we are out there. You get? Can I start fighting it when I'm in there? And I felt I'm the right person. So when I told my pastor was like, do you have money? I told him, yes, I have money. And he's like, how much do you have? Just to shock him, I have 10 million. What is 10 million? I don't have 10 million. I don't have that money. But can you make these people believe in you? You see? Make these people believe in you. So I went to the ground, and the first thing I did a tournament. So I go out and organize a tournament back home where I brought many youths together. And the tournament went viral, went live, and everybody was like, who is this Misiko? Then on that tournament, I told them, time has come where we people should now start speaking our voice. People should now start listening to us. So after the tournament, I came back and thought of something. What can I do? So I said, I'll go and give the sanitary pads. So I mobilized funds from my friends. They gave me something small, 500, 1K. Then I bought some sanitary pads and went back home. And I gave the sanitary pads to those ladies. Then when it came to December, I said, how much is one bag of sugar? How many women can I reach? So I said, I can't reach the whole world, but I can reach to this few wajane. So I went bought some bags of sugar and distributed. Then from there, people started calling me Mheshimiwa. Then, so it's working. As she said, you can do it, you see? So, it's working. Fine. So after that, then I came back, thought of it, what else can I do? I'll start visiting people. So where are these people? In problems, time when they need you. So within that period, I started seeing calls, oh, tuko na matanga mheshimiwa, will you be available? I'm like, yes, I'll be available. So I went there, I appear as the mheshimiwa, people clap, people run away, people run to you like, boss, I'm not the current MCA. So then I get position, I give it the opportunity to talk to these people, and I tell them, you know what, it's your right for good roads, it's your right for good medication, it's your right for good clean water. And these people are clapping, so, oh, kumbe you guys know your rights. So the problem is, these people can't speak. So what are these people looking for? They're looking for that one person who can speak for them. And I felt, okay, that is me. So I started like that. And I'm pushing it harder. And even as we're speaking on 23rd of this month, I'm doing a talent show. My current MCA has never done these particular things that I'm saying. So what will he stand and tell people? You see, once you have numbers, I'm very sure, and maybe I stand to be corrected, you don't struggle to get the party support, any party that you want, because you have numbers. As she said, she transfers the country to campaign for the people she doesn't know, because she wanted. So it's a matter of, what do I want? You don't, okay, I'll tell you, the number 2, who was position 2, that was 2022 where the election was being done, he was given a ticket or a famous party, and this guy relaxed. And he felt I've won. Then another old man just came and he engaged people, talked to people, and he was elected. Imagine he won the second number 2 with 22 votes. So it's not a party that will elect you, it's numbers. And when you have numbers, the party will not discuss with you. You'll bargain with them. Tell them, I'm coming with these numbers. So are we in or we're not in? So for the young people, don't be limited with this issue of party. Everyone is asking me, which party are you coming in? I'm telling them, relax. We need a correct party. We need a party that understands people. That's what we are looking for. We don't need a famous party. For instance, I'll give an example. We all, maybe the shift has just shifted after the Mandamano thing, and then Baba joined the government, you see. But all along, we all loved Baba because he's the man who speaks for us. You see? So we didn't need to love ODM. Even if Baba could be in UDA, we could say Baba is good. Is it true? Apart from the shift of today. So what I'm encouraging my guys is, this political thing should not be stressing you. Get numbers. Go to these Wamama. Tell them, what will you do for them. Go to these young people. Listen to them. Ask them, what do you want us to do? I go to them, I tell them, guys, what do you want me to help you to do? Tunataka tu ukuje utununulie mipira 5, alafu utununulie na uniform. It doesn't cost you $1 million, Bob. You go to your friend and ask, boss, nisaidie 5,000. You go to another, nisaidie 1,000. Nisaidie, a ball is only 1,800. You go give them. You see? And tell them, guys, this is what we have for today, but when it comes to the real time, when you give me this position, we'll go for greater things that are hidden, that we can't access. There's a lot of opportunities at the county level. As she mentioned, we have budgets. Maybe to ask, none of you have ever received a coin from the county. Today, this is our 4th Devolution conference. None of you have ever received even a coin from that county level. Just because we have leaders who don't really know what we want. And when they get those funds, wanakula, full of corruption, full of mediocrity. You see, just because they don't know that we also need those business opportunity. They don't know that we are also growing, and we will also have families. And the reason I always speak like this with a lot of bitterness is because the problem is not us. The problem is are our kids. She started by saying, ule mtu yulizalisha anataka umlee. Tutamlea na nini na tuna do? Tutamlea na nini na tuna job? Na si ati ni kwa ubaya. These opportunities are there. It's because, one, we fear. We should not be fear. We are fearless. The Gen Z are saying we are fearless. You see? Don't be scared. Start from where you are. Know what you want. Focus. And the opportunities will come your way.
Thank you. I think he is becoming a true politician.
Yeah.
Usually ask for the mic. The politicians are given the opportunity.
Yeah.
We are winding up. I think I'll just give each one of you maybe 2 minutes to give their parting shots. But before that, as part of your parting shot, I'd like maybe to hear from you in terms of what you wish to see in terms of commitments from both levels of government, whether county or national, and also as an individual in terms of ensuring we leave no one behind. Of course, we are looking at 2030, which is I think 4 years to come. Yet I don't think we have achieved what we have committed. So Street 2 minutes. We can start with you, sir.
Okay. Personally, I believe there's nothing that is impossible and no one is limited. So we expected to have a government the government that we have now promised us a lot of things. It's 2.5 years down the line, and we also feel, we are still feeling like whatever they promise us, it haven't been delivered. We supported the government, and we have the right to fight it. So when we young people stand and say, it's not working, it's not working. Because what we say it's not working is education systems. Our education systems are failing. The other day we saw the government say they don't have funds to fund the education system, which we the young people did not expect it to come from this government that we really supported. Those are the things that we didn't expect. Our medical systems are not working. Before we had systems that used to work for our people. You pay 500 or 300 shillings and you go to hospital and you're attended for. Now we have a system that it's really hectic. We don't understand it because you go to hospital and you're told it's all working for inpatient. Maybe you have to clear. So if you tell someone who doesn't have a job to clear to get treatment, that system is not working. At a county level, we still feel like some people are not working. Delay maybe on capitations, delay on facilitation. So we are still lacking behind in a lot of issues. Vision 2030, I believe by 2030, many young people will be in government with their bold and sober mind. Things will start shaping. But I can't see the 2030 without the young people in leadership. I personally can't see it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll start with accessible and affordable mental health and social sexual and reproductive health rights again, and leaving no one behind looks like including children to the conversation, because sometimes you want to change someone when they are 40, when they are 30. Sometimes you can always ensure people learn through the journey. So if it's a leader, because you always see sometimes leadership and corruption starts in primary, where someone wants to be a monitor and then they say, nitakupatia pencils or I'll buy you this so that you win. It starts there. The problem starts there, or even the success should start like that. And in 2030, hoping different counties will have personal reports on what they're doing on SDGs, because it covers all the 17 SDGs, cover a lot of things, and we are supposed to talk about them at the end of 2030 and see what progress we have made. So ensuring localized conversations, leaving no one behind looks like ensuring policies are in local languages where everyone can understand. If it looks like administrators translating all these policies, please translate them to your language. And public participation doesn't look like tokenism, where you're just invited, given money just to be seen in the room. It looks like you're invited, we listen to you. Administrators play their role as a bridge between the government and its people.
Thank you. Mashimo?
A parting shot.
Yeah, parting shot, but also you can tell us what you wish as a part of commitment to see from both.
I would really love to see that both levels of government, that is the county government and the national government, each of them to be able to discharge their mandates as required by the Constitution of Kenya. If the assembly, its roles are oversight, legislation, and representation, let them stick to that. The executive wing is for implementation. Let them stick to that. And let them, all levels of government, be responsible enough to own up to their mistakes if they have committed, and to be more awake or more woke to the issues that are facing young persons. They should be able to know that by the time we reach 2030, young people are brought on board to be able to champion for their own cause, not for somebody else to speak on their behalf. And my parting shot is this, that whatever that is making you fear the most, whatever that you feel like you are afraid to do it, whatever that you feel like, I want to do this, but you find that there are obstacles. I want to do this. I want to run for an elective position. I do not have money. I do not have influence. My parents will not agree with me. Do it, because that is who you are. Follow your heart, follow your dreams, and most importantly, ask yourself, at the time I've gotten out of the youth bracket, that is age 18 to 35, what will you have done? Will you be proud that you've lived your youth correctly? You've been able to change, because youth is not permanent. It's a phase. Today you are Gen Z, tomorrow you are not. So take good care of what you have now. Be the change that you want to see. Before you say the government has not done this for me, what have you done to offer solutions to the problems that are bedeviling the constituency that you are in? Thank you.
Thank you. Whatever question you had, ask it for the ladies in the room. What a conversation. You liked it? Big shout out to our panelists. We really appreciate to our partners, KYMCA, pass our regards also to the leadership back I think in Nairobi. Daninda, really appreciate, and we are inspired. I think they are more inspired to see a fellow youth, a fellow Gen Z. We wish you all the best. Mheshimiwa Safaricom Hook. We have Tinanda, we have Organization of African Youth. Of course, we have the host, National Youth Council. We have Zero Malaria Coalition. Who else? We have Ajira Digital. All of them showcasing what they are doing outside there. I think, of course, Daninda is part of us, I mentioned. So we really appreciate. We are here for the 3 days. So tell your friends to come and engage with us. We'll be having some other several conversations. You are passionate about mental health. So anybody that you, any young person, and maybe even the others that you see needs to have a conversation, I think this is the right place. Anybody who wants to know about National Youth Council, kindly direct them to this pavilion. And finally, Mheshimiwa, we really appreciate what you are doing in terms of youth, especially the registrations that you are bringing. As National Youth Council, you are also advocating for inclusion of youth. So I know we have a bill that maybe we are trying to see the counties that we can partner with in terms of youth inclusion. In terms of course, beyond now the assembly and whatever, we have so many other county bodies whereby we are saying these young people needs to be there, just to bring the perspective of young people, and so many other areas, including the county youth policies that we need your voices inside there to ensure that there is proper inclusion and equality within the spaces. So thank you. Finally, I think we can have a photo with the panelists. Ama namna gani chege? Still chege? Yeah.